G'day, my name is Felix and welcome to my little corner of the back rooms. Today, we are checking out more Dreambound. Let's get into it. It only took 10 minutes for the front door to swing open. The face of the person who entered had reddened eyes and a drooped brow. Is it Kaine? Yes. Okay. So when we left off last time, we got our teacher explained what happened all those years ago. And then, oh yeah, we saw the news of us jumping out of Kaine's office after we broke in. We jumped out the window, and then there was that video of us disappearing because we went into the dream. And then, I think just as we ended, Kaine called us pretty mad. I think that's about the catch-up. When did you get back there? What are you doing? Sorry, my cat is behind my monitor. I didn't know he was back there. Okay. Well, he's just vibing, I guess. Kaine, I've spent the whole day being interrogated by the police. Did you know that? Oh, he's mad. I'm berated by my boss. I'm probably going to be fired. And all I could do was sit there and take it. What else could I say? My best friend did it? My best friend stole my ID card, broke into a government building, and did who knows what to my computer. And to top it all off, he then jumped out of my window and disappeared. If it helps, I'm the one who stole it. You can have me in if you want. Doesn't make a difference to me. No, that doesn't help. The fact you're here at all doesn't help. Kaine, listen, I wanted to what? Ruin my life? What you've wanted all this time is for me to leave you alone. Is this your way of telling me to get lost for real? No, I had to guess. I'd say you wanted proof that August really died. Is that true? Crow is not August. He's not real. You saw him just as clearly as I did. No, this is insane. We both know he died. I was the one left alone at his funeral after you disappeared. I was the one that sat in our classroom with no one left after he died and you ran away. It's not here anymore. Why can't you accept that? Because what if we're wrong? Your system had his details all wrong. They said he died of an illness and that he didn't have a burial place. What if he's stuck there with no way out? No system is perfect, Noah. There are details that need to be fixed. I saw his grave with my own eyes. Why are you so stuck in a fantasy? Kaine sighed, rubbing at his temple. Hang on, my cat's coming out from behind the monitor. Alright, you can sit there, but you're kind of in the way, my angel pie. You just gonna be part of this video? Alright. Kaine sighed and rubbed at his temple. Look, I didn't come here to argue. We're going out. Going out? Where are we going? Okay. I've got nothing better to do. Oh, come along. Kaine doesn't like you, Ivan. I don't think he wants you to come along. I didn't invite you, so please don't invite yourself. Okay. Guess I'll just follow along behind you at a reasonable distance in the same direction. Oh my god. Where are we going? Kaine left first. For some reason, the sound of the door shutting behind him filled Noah with guilt. He stood, brushed off the crumbs from his clothes, and followed behind the man. Outside, the sun had already set on the city. The whole day had been lost, never to be reclaimed. Noah quickly caught up with Kaine. Oh my fucking god! Are you for real? Pebbles! I just kicked Yoongi off my desk. Noah quickly caught up with Kaine, who didn't bother speaking up upon seeing Ivan had tagged along after all. I don't really have the money to be eating out right now. You know you don't have to worry about that when you're with me. Once again, a pang of guilt went through Noah's heart at Kaine's tender words. What are you doing? I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Let's eat, then we can talk. What are you buying us? I'm not buying you anything. But I don't have any money either. Stand outside then. I'll get you something. Fine, whatever. But we're going somewhere cheap, seeing as I'll probably be out of a job in the near future. Kaine stopped in front of a worn-down aged diner, looking up at the sign. Might not be a good idea to... This'll do. Come on. Is this dined and dashed? He left no room for argument. Ivan and Noah followed him behind him. Noah with his head down low, and Ivan with his head up high. Ivan does not gaff. Oi, you two. Oh shit. What is it? It's a long story. Man, we came in to apologize and pay what we owe. You think that'll make everything better? Our dear friend here was in an accident and hospitalized. We had to rush to his side. Now that he's finally out and about again, this was our first stop. My deepest apologies. I can imagine this put a strain on you, so we'll be paying double. Ivan, you don't even have money! Oh. It was for a reason like that. Okay, but don't let it happen again, do you understand? Of course not. Kaine, my dearest friend, if you would pay. What? How about you? Ivan lightly elbowed the man, who looked back and forth between him and the owner of the restaurant. Right. Sure, how much is it? If it's double, $80. Reluctantly, Kaine passed over the money before shooting a glare back towards Ivan. We'll be going now. See you next time. Ivan, you're such a pain. What the hell was that? There was a small issue with the dine and dash the other day. I feel like I don't even know you these days. Those words dug deep into Noah, but he couldn't think of anything to say in response. Kaine sat down on the curb, his head in his hands and deep sigh escaping his lips. Quietly, Noah sat down beside him. Ivan hovered behind, standing. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Neither do I. What went wrong between us? Me, probably. That's not true. You've gone through a lot. I understand that. I'm trying to support you. Look, why did you do it? Because Crow, for him, I just wanted to check to see if there's any possibility that could be him. Noah, I know you want him to be back, and I know that world feels real, but it just can't be him. But what if it is? And I leave him there alone again? Then I'll prove that they're not the same person. How are you going to do that? You're going back, aren't you? To those dreams? I have to. I know. And I know that no matter what I say, you'll go anyway. You've always been like that. I'll come with you, but you have to promise me that once we prove that Crow isn't August, we'll stop trying to find out information about him. Fine. Good. What'll happen with your job? I'll talk it over with my boss. Just lay low for a while, okay? No more jumping out of buildings. I'll try my best. I'm sorry. I know that's not worth much, coming from you. Noah, you're my best friend. That never changed and it won't change. An apology from you is all I wanted. Well, I'd also like if you gave up on this dream thing, but I know you're stubborn. Yeah, well, you've always known me best. I try. Anyway, it's just a guess, but I assume you have someone in mind. I have an idea. Luca. Are we going to finally find out who the hell that is? Luca? To be totally frank, that guy was an asshole. More than an asshole. Not sure if the world wouldn't be better if he wasn't in it. Kaine! Why do you care? I've given up trying to find an answer. Where are we going? Did anyone say you were invited? I have a guess at who could be targeted next. And if not next, then at some point in the future. Someone I went to school with. If he gets me out of here, then that's fine with me. You hang around like a bad smell. I could say the same about you. And I don't think you have Noah's best interest at heart. Not up to me what you think. So you're saying you do have his best interest at heart? I didn't say that. I have my own best interest at heart. Everyone does. You can lie to yourself and say you don't, but that's your business. Then why are you following him around? Ivan simply shrugged. If he had any other thoughts on the matter, he didn't bother telling Kaine. You two can stay here and argue then. I'm leaving. Stick around here with him. I'm good, actually. Noah turned back toward an alley that sat in the shadows, out of sight from anyone that passed by. Ivan was on his heels, leaving Kaine on the street for just a moment before he chased after the other two. For just a moment, watching their backs, Kaine saw two very different people, and a small smile rose to his face as a strange nostalgia for a time lost to the past came to surface. Are we going to finally find out who the hell Luca is? As Kaine stepped into the alleyway, the ground gave way beneath all three men. Ivan seemed overly used to the feeling. He crossed his legs as he fell, leaning back to do somersaults with ease. Meanwhile, Kaine clung onto Noah tightly, his face darkening, and he shut his eyes tight. He was never good with height, was he? Ugh. Noah hit the ground with a loud thud. As he sat up and opened his eyes, he finally noticed the room was pitch black. Kaine? Ivan? Silence followed his questions. Guys? Is anyone there? Are we in a circus? What is this? Noah's eyes darkened around the darkness, straining desperately to see anything. To see something. Anything. In the distance, he could hear the sound of wrestling, of footsteps on wood, of a nearly silent chuckle. He clenched his fists, then unclenched them. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone anymore. Crow! It was the most gentle touch of wind on his cheek, a soft caress against his hand, a breeze that blew away any anxiety the darkness had begun to give him. That's how he knew he was there. I'm here. Don't worry anymore, because I'm here. Still seated on what could only be the ground, Noah reached up and grasped for the blonde-haired man. In the end, he caught hold of his sleeve and held fast. But only a moment later, Crow pulled away. A sense of disappointment sat within Noah, but that was quickly washed away as Crow took his hand instead. What? Where have you found yourself now? You always end up in strange places, don't you? I don't know where. In an instant, Crow had pulled Noah to his feet. With their hands still interlocked, Noah finally began to feel at ease. But oppositely, Crow's voice had begun to be stained with worry. I'm glad you're okay, but we have to go. Come on. Crow broke into a run, guided through the darkness only by the small space the two connected. Noah followed after him. What's wrong? Why do we have to leave? There's something wrong with this dream. It's distorted and not safe. Wait, two others came with me. Others? Kaine and Ivan. Kaine. His voice held recognition. Crow searched through the darkness as if his eyes could see much better than Noah's ever could. Where are they? I don't understand how you were split up. Why did you three all come here? This person. I thought they might be targeted next, so they wanted to come help. Realization hit Noah like a truck. If it's dangerous here, you shouldn't have come. I don't want to put you in danger. Noah, that was never an option. Why? You called for me, and I'll always be here when you call for me, no matter what. Through time or space, I'll always be there for you as long as you need me. Noah swallowed hard. Those words pierced right through him. Oh, what? A spotlight suddenly flooded the darkness, lighting up the room and the large stage. Kaine! Ivan! In the middle of it, both looking equally lost and confused as Noah felt, was Ivan and Kaine. Oh! This is Luca. Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm back. Let me adjust my mic. Oh god, I have to do another voice. You know what, he can just have my voice. Is this thing on? A voice boomed from all around them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the world premiere of... A third man appeared on stage with all the theatrics of a man who had spent a lifetime in theater. Well, I haven't worked out a name for it yet, but who cares? Noah's grip on Crow's hand tightened as the rest of his body froze up. Luca, why do you know him? His voice was filled with a recognition Noah couldn't ignore, and his eyes darted toward him. All Crow did was smile back towards him. His smile seemed awfully lonely. You, Noah, I'm talking to you, you know. Hey, asshole, let us go. You. If it isn't my favorite cousin, how you been? I don't know who you are. Ivan's eyes trailed away from the short man, but there was a twitch to his brow. They're related? Or is Luca just messing with me again? You can never tell when he's lying or being truthful. Anyway, I digress. I have a fun show planned for our audience tonight. A real-life murder mystery. You don't come by those often, do you? What the? That's right, folks. One person here will be dead by the end of the show. Ooh, I wonder who it will be. Lucas smiled and waved out to the invisible audience before his eyes locked onto Crow. Huh. Haven't we met somewhere before? Oh, you're August, aren't you? Silly me. Crow frowned but offered up no words of denial. You died, didn't you? That's too bad. Hey, that doesn't mean someone gets out of dying. That'd be too easy. Below his breath, in a voice that wasn't meant to be heard by anyone, Noah listened to his words. I'm here now, and I'm me. Isn't that enough? His voice trailed off at the end, as if he couldn't even answer his own question. Luca laughed from the stage, not at all worried about whatever Crow was muttering about to himself. Dead or not, the show must go on. Ivan, Kaine, get away from him. I mean, I'd love to, but... Seems we're stuck here. My legs won't move. Nothing to worry about. Kaine and my dear Ivan will just be my puppets for a little while. We're not here to play another one of your stupid little games. We're here to help you, for reasons I've no fucking clue about, you crazy asshole. Help me? From you? Oh, Noah, you gave me all the help in the world already. How would I live with myself if you gave me any more? You seemed to manage perfectly fine back in high school. Noah laughed again, amused. I would love to stand around and chat, but I have a show to organize. Be back soon. What is his deal, dude? In a puff of smoke, Luca was gone. Cave and Ivan spluttered and coughed, but still stood in place, whether they wanted to or not. What is going on, dude? Are you okay? That was... difficult. I have to be. What do we do? How can we give him a charm and leave if there's nothing he wants? He does have something he wants from us. To watch his show. Do we really have to? He said someone will die. Ivan and Kaine, I can't lose you. Crow withdrew his hand from Noah's. Sudden absence of warmth was something Noah keenly noticed. Crow walked over to the big double doors that led out of the theater, but found them locked and unopenable, no matter how hard he shook them. Yes, it seems we really have to participate, but I won't let anyone die. Noah, nothing will happen to you while I'm around. That, I promise you. Ivan and Kaine's voices rose from the stage. I'm not really one for theater. Do I have to be involved in this? Not like I want to be up here either. You got a plan to get us off the stage? No, I thought you were a smart guy. Why don't you use that brain of yours for something? Oh my god, these two. We'll work on looking for a way out of here. You two, practice your acting, I guess. The other two went back to their bickering as Noah turned back to Crow. There must be something we're missing. I wish there was, but there is something strange, so maybe... strange? It feels like the stream isn't hosted by a single person. There's two people it seems to be originating from. Two? But how? How is the real question. Perhaps if we could find the second person, we could end the stream before anything bad happens. I won't let anything happen to you, and I will try my best to protect your friends, but... anything can happen in a dream. Though I am an advocate of them, I must also stress the danger in the situation. Where can we find this person? Your guess is as good as mine. It feels like there's some kind of barrier all around this dream, protecting something. Or keeping something in? Back down on the stage, Kaine and Ivan were glaring daggers at each other. If their legs weren't stuck in place, Noah thought they might really get into a fight. Maybe we should check on those two first. It'll give you a chance to meet Ivan too. And look at those markings on his arms. Maybe you'll be able to make something of them. I'm sure any friend of yours is wonderful. I wouldn't be so sure, Crow. Friend is a bit of a stretch when it comes to him, honestly. Noah and Crow made their way down the aisle, past rows and rows of empty seats. A large theater like this being so empty felt strange. as if the crowd had simply disappeared mid-show, never to reappear. Really was an impressive thing. No one could imagine the type of fantastic shows that would be acted out on a stage like that. Instead, they were stuck with a teenage dream version of the boy who blackmailed him in high school. Blackmailed him with what, dude? Great. I don't owe an explanation to you. You're just a petty thief. A thief? Yeah, sure. Petty? Nope. Now, there's no need to fight. You should all concentrate on getting out of the situation together. That's what friends would do, right? There's only one person here I'd call a friend. Kaine frowned, eyes moving away from Crow. He pulled at his legs, trying to get them to move, but he was completely stuck in place. Ivan, on the other hand, was standing with his arms crossed, trying to look unbothered. It was only when he got a close look at Crow that the expression on his face faltered. Sunshine? What? Noah followed his line of sight, and he was staring at Crow. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm possibly not who you're looking for. But you're... you. Ivan frowned, confused. Does he know Crow from somewhere? How? This is so convoluted, dude! You don't recognize me? Crow let out the smallest sigh ever, but a smile then returned to his face. I'm sorry. My bad. Trick of the light, I guess. He turned away, arms still crossed. So this is the guy all that fuss was about. Interesting. What fuss? There wasn't any fuss. Ivan raised an eyebrow. Sure, if breaking into a government building to find out more about someone isn't a fuss. Hey! Oh, so that's why you did that. Can we just not talk about that for now, please? Have you two met? Nope, I guess he just has one of those faces. People do seem to think that about me. Well, Bro, this is Ivan, and vice versa. It's nice to meet you, Ivan. Thanks for being friends with Noah. Yeah, sure, the best of friends. Bro is an interesting name. Is it? Certainly not a normal name. Not really a name at all, actually. I suppose it's not. Crow smiled charmingly, the way he always would when he didn't want to talk about something. Ivan stared him down, his face impassive as usual. Like you can talk about something being normal. Look in a mirror. Why do you keep talking about how I look? Are you that obsessed with me? Obsessed? With you? God, I'd rather die. Be my guess. It'd certainly make my life easier. Oh my god. The beef between these two is crazy. More importantly, do you know Luca? He recognized you. And? You two are related? I don't know what you're talking about. Never seen that guy before. He shrugged. Right. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. Luca's a jackass, and so are you. Right, because every jackass in the world is related after all. Very clever of you. God, can you two stop fighting for just 2 seconds? Sorry. Why does he look like that? Why does he look like that anyway? Like what? He's just a kid. He hasn't changed at all. Well, people dream about themselves in all kinds of ways. As they look now, or how they looked when they were younger. Perhaps this is what he considers his peak. That's sad. You sure know a lot about dreams. A thing or two. Enough to believe that there's a second person hidden here somewhere. A second person? A second dreamer, to be more precise. That's not possible. Crow nodded. I would usually agree with you, but... From the side of the stage, a girl with pink hair took a few steps out onto the stage. Her footsteps quiet yet loud in the empty room. I believe we found our second dreamer. Rosamy? What is happening? Wait, Rosamy? All of their eyes turned to the girl. I'm so confused. So confused, dude. I feel like I'm having a fever dream. She was young, no older than 17. Noah's eyes instantly widened in recognition. But Rosamy disappeared 6 years ago. The same time you did. That's right. She told me she was going to run away. No one found her? No, she disappeared and no one heard from her ever again. You were easy enough to find, but she wasn't. Some people thought you ran away together. What? I guess not then. Of course not. I mean, we were barely friends. Rosamie paused, still on the other side of the stage to the men. She looked between the group in shock, her legs locking her in place, as if she was stuck in the same way as Ivan and Kaine. I'll go talk to her. Oh wow, she's very pretty. Noah? Somehow, yeah. You've changed. I barely recognized you. And you haven't at all. You recognize me too? Of course, you're Rosamie, right? Tears welled up in her eyes, but she wiped them away with the end of her sleeve and frowned. You're real? Last time I checked. But why do you look so much older? That's what happens when you go 6 years without seeing someone. I'm more interested in why you would be surprised by that. And if that has something to do with why you haven't changed at all. Excuse me, what did you just say? 6 years? Kaine said you disappeared. You ran away, didn't you? Not 6 years ago. It was just the other day. What are you doing here? I was just helping my brother. Not that I wanted to. I didn't have a choice. More than that, I was just happy to see someone who recognized me. And before now? Drifting from place to place, I thought I was dead. Am I dead? Are you dead? That's a good question. Is she dead? Is she dead, or has she been stuck in dreams for 6 years? I wish I could tell you. Maybe Ivan or Crow would know more. Ivan is here? They really are all related. But how have I never heard of Ivan when I know Luca and Rosamie? Look, come talk to the others. I'm sure we can work this out, Anne. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take your seats. The show is ready to begin. I'm sorry, I have to go. Wait, take this. Rosamie looked at Noah's outstretched hand. In it was one of the charms Crow had given to him. She took it timidly, and timid was not a way Noah would have described Rosamie in the past. Whatever she had gone through in the last 6 years had certainly changed her. It looks like you met my wonderful sister, or should I say assistant. With a snap of his fingers, Rosamie turned and marched off the stage. The audience is looking a little thin. Oh well, that's no matter. Since all 4 of you have decided to grace my stage, well, why don't I switch up the story a little and we can all relive some fun memories. Or you could, stop being insane and let us go. Where's the fun in that? Come on, there's nothing more fun than sharing secrets, and I know a lot of secrets. Secrets about Kaine, secrets about Noah, secrets about Ivan. So many secrets waiting to be shared. Oh, don't give me that look. Of course you all have them. Secrets make the world go round. Just how much can you trust the person standing next to you? Just tell us what you want already. You. The one that wears that face. Me? I don't know any secrets about you. That's no fun. But I have a way to fix that. With another click of his fingers, Rosamie reappeared from behind the stage curtain and walked directly to Crow. She carefully raised her fingers to his forehead and tapped it just once. Crow's face screwed up in pain as his legs gave out from under him. He clutched at his head but didn't let out a single cry. Crow! It's okay. Sorry. What did you do? Oh my, what juicy secrets. There's so many to choose from. How will I pick? How about this one? A sad story, boo-hoo. I can already feel the tears forming. Dabbed at his face with his sleeves, wiping away fake tears. This guy is a nut job, dude. And from the top, the room went black as every light cut out at once. Noah's mind felt hazy, weighed down by lead. His consciousness came and went in bursts as he struggled to hang on to his very being. Suddenly, he felt very alone, more than he'd felt in years. And all at once, he was no longer himself. What is that? Oh. In a realm beyond time or space, beyond good and evil, beyond life and death, an unnamed being came into existence, completely and utterly alone. He floated in an endless sea of nothing that felt as warm as sunlight on his skin, though he had little to compare it to. He had no destiny, no purpose. The only truth in his world was his solitude. Yet he didn't feel lonely. He wasn't afraid, for fear did not exist here either. He held neither joy nor sadness, because they were meaningless concepts to him. What was joy without sadness? Sadness without joy? The only truth was in waiting. Waiting for something to happen. Waiting for a certain someone to appear. Waiting for his purpose to be made clear. As he floated, he contemplated many things. His existence, the world around him, the emptiness. He constructed elaborate worlds and scenarios in his mind that would wash away like a sandcastle hit by the incoming tide. And every now and then, he would be hit with a wave of something else. Nostalgia? As the scenarios played out behind his closed eyes. Memories of places he'd never seen before. Memories of beings he'd never laid eyes on. He watched as the colors and shapes of his dreams changed, but nothing else did. Sometimes he felt like he was trapped in a perpetual cycle, doomed to repeat the same patterns over and over again. And yet, he was calm. If that was to be his existence, that was fine. He would be fine, because he was always fine. Because for one such like him, fleeting things like feelings and emotions were far beyond him. He was content to simply exist, to observe, and to wait. And so he waited in peace, floating in an endless sea of dreams, waiting on his eternity. Oh boy, what a sad, sad, sad existence. I wonder what'll happen next. I wouldn't dare to keep my lovely audience waiting, so shall we? No more. Please. Crow. Within the discovery of his purpose came the revelation of his name. First thing he'd ever chosen for himself. Crow. August. Crow. August. A symbol of his solitary existence. A symbol of his desire to protect that which mattered to him. He watched over them with utmost care from the shadows. But the further he interacted with humanity, the more the pit of dread deep within his stomach began to grow into a sprout, then into a tree. He experienced that which he never could have imagined. Loneliness. He was always alone. He had always been alone. But now he felt the weight of his solitude firmly in his heart. It was a gnawing, gnashing ache in his chest he couldn't shake off. And then there was more. Fear. Fear of losing himself. Fear of the unknown, of the emptiness. Fear of losing the one thing he wanted to protect, despite the fact that he was little more than a nobody to them. Only a tiny part of their life, a fact he was keenly aware of. His memories, if that's what they could be called, the scenes he saw in his mind's eye when he drifted in the endless sea began to plague him. Memories of a boy that looked just like him. Memories he could never live up to. Those memories left him only with more emptiness. He tried, and he tried to push those feelings away, but they persisted. And so he waited. But he just had too much time. Far, far too much time. Time to think, time to contemplate, time to worry, time to stress. And the longer he waited, the more he realized that he was changing. Changing into what he didn't know, but he was changing. The vulnerability of being human without the benefits that came with being one. The ability to love, to hate, to admire, to trust, to fear, to be in pain. He had no idea how to reconcile the crow he was before the crow he was now. And so he decided he should just cast the feelings away. The only thing he needed to do was protect the one who mattered most to him. Even if, in the moments where he sat waiting for a time he could truly be happy, he would imagine what it would be like to be someone else. Someone who could feel and experience the world around them in ways he never could. He would imagine what it was like to be August. Stop! Stop no more! Poor, poor crow, grappling with an existence he didn't choose and a purpose that only causes him pain. It's not true. I'm perfectly content. I am happy. I exist too. Sure, you can tell yourself that all of that was fake, if it makes you feel better. Don't listen to him. It's not true. I'm fine. I've always been fine. I'm completely, totally fine. Crow. Crow still sat in a collapsed pile on the floor of the stage, where he'd fallen when Rosamie touched him. His eyes were wide, and his hands were balled into fists. It was like he had come undone at the edges, one frayed thread away from unraveling into nothingness. What a lovely story! If only we had time for an encore. And thus does the curtain begin to close on this tale of the lost little crow, but not before. The final twist. Crow! The room was silent. Too silent. The spotlights shone on the stage for the final time, illuminating a single body. Luca, laying in a puddle of his own blood, face down. Rosamie looked on in horror as she rushed toward him, but it was already too late. The world began to shake around them. Well, that certainly was a final twist. Ivan! Take Kaine back. Ivan nodded before grabbing hold of Kaine, despite his apparent dislike of the idea, and reached out toward Noah, who only turned back to Crow. Noah, don't be an idiot, we have to go. I'll be right there, I promise. He's always been alone? Then, I can't leave him alone now. He's not August. The two disappeared. Noah took hold of Crow's shoulders. Crow, You've got to go. Noah, please leave. You have to. I won't leave you here. Please, come back with me. Please. Just go. Come with me. I can't. Then I'll stay right here with you. Crow shook his head, eyes still on the ground. He couldn't look up at Noah. You can't. No one can. I will. Go home, Noah. Back to where you belong. Only if you promise to meet me there. What? If what he said isn't true, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., there's a diner at Lowfield Street, please. No, I'm going to be alone again. Rosamie's lone voice carried through the room from where she sat, collapsed next to Luca's body. Rosamie, come with. But there was no time. There was never enough time. The dream fell apart around the group, but not before he see Crow reach for Rosamie. Noah fell. Space and time seemed to stretch out around him as everything went black. In the endless void, Noah swore he could still hear Crow's voice echoing around him. His near-silent chuckle when he didn't want to answer a question. His voice that trembled as he begged Luca to stop, seeming so much smaller than ever before. His gentle and comforting voice that made Noah feel safe, no matter where he was. Nothing will happen to you while I'm around, that I promise you. And for some reason, Noah believed those words to be true. Noah fell to the cement with an audible thump. Fortunately, no one seemed to be around to see his sudden appearance. My back. Where am I? Right, I was outside when Kaine, Ivan, where are you? The other two were nowhere in sight. Picking up his wounded pride and slightly sore back, Noah rose to his feet and looked around, making sure that no one had seen him before he walked out under the streetlights. The night was cool, and he drew his jacket around himself. His footsteps echoed through the silent streets. The only other sound was the hum of far-off traffic, but even that was few and far between at this time of night. Noah had always enjoyed solitude, even before everything had become a mess. He enjoyed the times where he could close his bedroom door, put in his earphones, and just draw. For some reason, right now felt like those moments from his childhood. He felt like the only person in the world, and his hand twitched, begging to draw, to sketch, to paint. It didn't matter what his subject would be, he just knew he had to create. With that thought, his steps sped up. Soon enough, he stood in front of the foyer to his apartment. Crow. Everything that Lucas said, was it true? Why have you always been alone? And why does that make me feel so empty? Guess Luca's dead too. But Rosamie... Noah frowned, rubbing at his temples. Nothing makes sense. If she went missing 6 years ago, did she somehow get stuck there? I need to find her. Noah switched on the TV, but all that was playing at this time of night was weird alternative music channels. For some reason, the music helped to calm him though. He stared toward his canvas. For once, it was blank. It was waiting for him. His mind was filled with inspiration. He sat at his easel, his brush poised in his hand against the blinding white canvas. He thought he'd paint the dream. The stage, with a sea of onlookers throwing roses, a grand scene. But instead, he painted something else. A man with blonde hair and green eyes, with flowers sprouting from around him. A warm smile that would put a summer's day to shame. The story of a lonely crow. It's you, Crow. Why did you look so sad after you recognized Luca? How could you recognize him if you were not August? Are you really alive out there? Why didn't you contact me? If he turns up tomorrow, then it's true. It's really him. But despite his words, Noah's mind kept drifting back to Crow's lonely, sad smile, to the far-off look in his eyes as Luca goaded him. I think I need to sleep. Overcome with tiredness, Noah picked up a half-used water bottle left by Kaine and watered his plant, before almost crawling back to his bedroom and collapsing with exhaustion for yet another restless night. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself, and as always, I will see you in the next one.